my 2 cents on online dating. Is it worth your time? Are you wasting your time? Is it stupid? Is it vain? Is it ridiculous? Or is it a flippin' good time? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my 2 cents on online dating, what I think about it, my opinion on it, how to structure yourself and understand the psychological concepts of online dating, and maybe even how to successfully, I wouldn't really say I'm successful at it, but let's just get on with the topic, okay? Good idea, guys. Good idea. Thanks for the recommendation. This topic came to me because I put up a thing on my Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat of what my video should be next, and my 2 cents on online dating, pickup lines, and emotional unavailability were like the top topics. I got a smack load of inboxes of them, so thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, guys, for replying to all that. I appreciate that. And thanks for your input so I can make these videos for you guys. As you guys know, I make zero money out of this. I'm just doing this 100-day YouTube challenge because it's a challenge and I accepted it. So, I'm gonna start from the start. When you are online dating, it is shallow. It is shallow. Like, you are just basically swiping somebody from their looks. Like, doesn't matter whether you're Tinder, whether you're Bumble, whether you're, I don't know, there's like Plenty of Fish, there's like, I don't know, like, there's like OkCupid, there's, what other apps are there? There's like Match.com, I think that's like for older people. Sorry, there's like eHarmony, things like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna crack straight into it because this is a very touchy subject, and I'm sort of just wading through it. I'm just swimming. I'm like Dory. I'm like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. But I got some good content, and I hope you can take this. I hope you can open your mind to this and take this in the positive light rather than being like, oh, Vaughn, you seem like a douche talking about this. So please be open-minded. Please have yourself in the right frame of mind to take on this information, because if you do take on this information, you will be much more aware of what the situation of online dating is. So, the way that I take, and this is just the way that I take it. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I know everything, but I can say I know a thing or two about it. I've had a bit of experience with it. So, like I was saying, starting from the start, sorry to get off topic, but like I just wanted to frame it the right way. So, like, starting from the start, yes, it's going to be vain. Yes, it's going to be awful looks, basically. Like, girls are going to be like looking, if you're a dude, girls are going to be looking at you and being like, is this dude attractive? Does he do cool stuff? Is he doing things? Like, is he out? Is he an active male, or is he just taking freaking gym selfies? Guys, if you're a guy and you just take gym selfies, don't. Just save yourself, or keep doing it because it makes me look great. Thanks, guys. You guys are the best. Females, please do not, and I'm going to go for males and females here. Females, please do not post every photo as a mirror selfie or a selfie of yourself. It looks like you have no friends. Like, it looks like you do nothing. Like, that's, I don't know, for me and like my friends, when we see that, we're like negative, right? I'm just getting straight into it here. But then, yes, it's vain. However, then when you do meet up, you can have really good interaction. So I do not take online dating as a bad thing or a good thing. I take it as it is. And I take it as a more on the good side, because it enables you. So say me, I'm like, I can't always go out to the club every weekend. Not that I really even want to. I do go out a bit. I don't go out all the time, but like, going out isn't always my number one priority. being at certain places and events that I'm going to meet the women that I like there isn't always going to be my top priority. However, if I have an online dating profile, I'm able to do the shit that I want to do, and then in between, when I've got a spare 5 minutes here or there, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna check it, I'm gonna whatever, reply to somebody, or like, alright, this person looks cool, bang, 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 and go from there, you know what I mean? But yeah, basing your life around it, do not do. Basing your self-worth and value around how many matches you get is a fucking losing game. Never do that. You don't want to do that because you're just gonna whack yourself out. And the opposite of that, like I'm saying that to guys, the opposite of that is girls. Like guys just sit there. Some guys just sit there and swipe every girl right, and then every girl, like most girls have so much gratification from Tinder. They're like, they know that if they swipe most guys right, that they're going to match, you know what I mean? So on that aspect is like, girls, you don't want to base your confidence from that, because you can, like, I understand that you can be overly confident. There is a point where your confidence exceeds your knowledge and experience, and you start getting a little bit delusional. And I think some girls, like, I know this is a touchy subject, and some girls might be like, oh, you're fucking da. But some girls just literally just seek their validation from there. Some girls go on there just to get matches. They won't reply to guys. They're not going to reply to you. They're just like, awesome. They update it every day or every week, and they're like, oh, wow, I got a new 30 messages. I got a new 50 matches. I got new, 100, 100 new messages. I got this. I got 10 super likes, And then they're like so gratified, like they're so, like they've got so much, gratification coming to them, is they don't even have to reply to you, because they've already got it. Like they've already, in a sense, they've already came. Like they've already, that sounds super like, but you know what I mean? Like they've already got it. They've already got off. Like they were there to get validation. They've got the validation. It's done. So, girls, you've got to watch getting too much validation from it, because you'll end up in this delusional state. And I actually do see it sometimes. I'm like, this girl hasn't got much going on for her. And because, like, you got to understand, some people, like, see me as, like, semi-amateur. And I think it's like, yeah, I am amateur. Yeah, I am a student. But to be honest, I am kind of advanced for my age as a human being. I mean, like, not trying to say I'm better than anybody else, but like how many other people do you know that can sit here for like 10 minutes a day and talk about life topics on YouTube at the age of 23? Not that many, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not trying to get myself off over this, but I'm like, I see it realistically, and I'll catch up with girls and I'll be like, whoa, like this girl is like, her ego way exceeds her life knowledge, you know what I mean? So like, I'm trying to pick these words correctly, not to sound like too much of a douche, but I'm like, you're punching over where you are at. And I'm not saying this from like my egotistical point. I'm just like, look, like this is the situation. And same with guys. Some guys are like rigged, bulk, jacked, are like seeking their gratification from there. However, it's like, then they get to real life. So I know I'm like 8 minutes and 45 seconds in, but the main point I want to bring this to is, if you cannot have a conversation in real life, have good communication, and have like a decent, date or like catch up in real life, or go and talk to people in real life, you are going to lose at online dating, because the fact that if you cannot just talk to a girl or talk to a guy in the streets, you are going to struggle online, because you're going to be able to do all the things online, think about your replies. Sorry, my light is actually stuffed, so I'm just going to turn it off. Ran out of charge. And then I'm just going to move it like this, so then we still have light. Oh, look, I look pretty again. Actually, this natural lighting actually looks pretty decent, so I'm just gonna have it like this. So, I should have just set my camera up like this. Thanks, guys. See, this I know this is random, but this is when you turn a problem into a solution and then you're happy about it. I'm like, my light ran out, and I'm like, oh my god, this, I've never actually tried this natural lighting right here, which actually looks pretty good. Like, it's not crazy good, but it's pretty good. So you should learn how to have decent interactions first in person before you, or like, even whilst you're doing your online dating thing, it's like you need to learn how to have decent interactions first, because otherwise you might be, like I was saying, like amazing online, and then they get to you in person and you're just like, hi, my name's Vaughn and I don't know what to say and I don't know what to do. But like, if you just get used to communicating, get used to being around people, get used to having fun, get used to like being like, okay, cool, like what are some cool events that we're gonna do right now? Like, what can we do that's fun? You'll be in a position where you catch up with a girl or a guy and you guys have fun together, and then you can continue that. Like, I don't put any weight into whether I met somebody online or on the street or at a club or in a business situation. I'm like, I know this person for who they are when I meet up with them. I don't know them for, oh, she's that girl from Tinder, or she's that girl from a business meeting, or she's that girl from somewhere. It's starting to sound like some sort of pimp or something right now. But it's not about that. It's about like, how is the actual interaction when you meet up, and then judge that. Like, not really judge that person, but take a gauge of that relationship between you and that person from when you catch up. But yeah, that's the main point I wanted to get to in that is like, online dating is a great tool to get you to catch up and meet up with more people in our busy day-to-day lives. So utilize it for that. You don't need to seek your gratification or over gratification from that. However, gauge it from the interactions that you have, and also have some sort of standards when you're catching up with people. Know what you're like, sort of know what you want out of life. Like, in any relationship, you should already, or any, if you're online dating, or even if you're dating in person and you're catching up with people and whatnot, you should have in your mind of like, who are the kind of people that you like? Who are the kind of people that you are like, yeah, I'm into them, and have reasons behind that. Some girls are like, I like a guy that's like chiseled, like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and like, I get that, and that's a good thing because that means they're somewhat ambitious. However, have some sort of backing behind that. Like, I want this kind of guy because this is the guy who I enjoy spending time with. And same with guys. Like, I find a lot of guys that are just like, oh, I'll just, you know, bang or sleep with or whatever, any kind of girl, and like, long term, that's not a good strategy, because you're like, if I don't have some sort of interest, if I'm not interested in them, if I'm not interested in hanging out with them, if I wouldn't hang out with them outside of us banging, I probably don't want to bang them anyways. Like, I know that sounds super vain, and I know that like some of you guys are like, oh, it's fun, like fucking trying to act like a pimp or something. But it's not like that. Like, I'm just the realest fucking real. I'm the truest true. I'm just, like, giving you it how it is. But, guys, I hope you got value out of that. I hope that you, if you're not doing online dating, maybe try it. Have a trial of it. But don't get butthurt when you go on Tinder and in the first day you don't get any matches. Like, that's normal. Like, put the work in, put the time in, keep doing you, keep developing yourself as a human being, and that can develop over time. But just understand, you do you. That is a side thing that comes in as a little fun, and then turn that into interactions, and you can end up in a long-term relationship. You can end up in having a great friendship. Some of my best friends, like best girlfriends that I'm friends with, are from, and like, I don't mean as in girlfriend as in like we dated or anything like that. I mean as in like girls that I'm genuinely really good friends with came from online dating, came from Tinder, came from Bumble, from just being like da 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 da, and then we catch up, and then we're like, yo, like we realize we're not compatible. However, like let's be friends, let's hang out, let's like catch up for coffee, let's do cool shit together. Does not mean that you have to, just because you met them online, again, does not mean that you have to bang them. They can be a good friend of yours. They can be somebody who you just genuinely want to hang out with and spend time with as a friend. So even as a guy, you can be looking for chick friends. Like, you don't have to be limited. Like, just because you catch up with a chick doesn't mean you can't friend zone her. You know what I mean? Like, yet again, I'm sounding super fucking vain, but it's true. And same with girls. Girls do it all the time. So, guys, I give you permission to do it as well. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys got value out of it. Comment below and let me know your funniest. I want to hear your funniest online dating experience. And maybe it is with me. Maybe you follow me and we've been on, I don't really call it date, I really call it catching up, because dating just has a negative connotation to it and it's social pressure. That's a whole nother video in itself. But comment below and let me know what your funniest online dating experience is. I look forward to hearing them. I look forward to replying to them, and I'll find it very funny if it's to do with me. Guys, yet again, 100-day YouTube challenge, YouTube video a day for 100 days. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, drop that comment below, and I'm interested to hear from you guys, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video.